Good evening. That was quick. I've gone live before I've turned everything on. Hopefully my battery will last for this. We'll soon find out. Hello. Sorry, I'm just turning everything on. GW Rail fan, hello, how are we doing? Just have to bear with me. Hayden, hello. Finally good internet, yeah. But for how long? Good evening, Sparky. Hello, Ed. Crawford, hello. Scott. Josh, how are we doing? Daddy, hello. Tom, hello. Stuart, hello. Gareth, hello. Thought I'd let you all down this morning. Oh dear. I actually had a visitor come and visit the layout today, so there's a video on that coming soon, and we had a couple of hours in here, and it was the layout ran really well. And I've just turned my Euro Phoenix on, it's lost its train. How ridiculous. Let me just reconnect it up. Hold on, guys. Oh dear, it's properly left. Yeah, budget cuts, I can only afford one wagon. Chris, hello. John, hello. I got the bug from David, so I thought I'd give it a go because I left you today. There was no video earlier. 2 Euro Phoenixes. Yeah, an odd story. I know. I bought one, and then someone sent me one, and then I wished I didn't buy one. Because what's the point? But no, the one in the station is the lone one. It's got stereotypical lights for that one in particular, and it's got moulded noses, as it were. 1 second, guys. I'm going to show you my latest project in a second, if I can get the thing running around the layout. There we go, it's coming now. Yeah, it's a bit of a safe style deal. Ooh, try not to nudge the camera. Hi, Stephen. What usual formations or what unusual formations? Hi, David and David. I'm just about to show you my project I'm working on, which is being slightly delayed. So what you'll see in a second, hopefully I'm up to scratch with it. My Euro Phoenix is pulling a bolster train, bolster wagons. Now these don't fit the layout, but a project that I'm working on is I'm turning them into salmons. Now I'll show you one I've already made, if I go and grab it. Now you have to bear with me because this is the demo. So this is the trial version. So those bolster wagons you've just seen being pulled around, they're being turned into this. I don't know if you can see that. So you see we've got nice ends there, and they're basically the salmons which are going round, and that's the new project. That's why there was no video today. One is because we had a visitor to the layout who was filming, and also because I've been busy making this. But sadly in the cold it's taken much longer for glue to dry and paint to go off, but that should be done by next Friday. But there's a little sneak peek for everyone who's joined in this evening. There has been a slight cameo of this wagon. Hopefully you all saw that. Try not to rush around my layout. Let me just catch up with the comments. Dum, dum, dum. Danny, you say a heat gun. I've actually been using a hairdryer to try and speed it up. The problem with filming everything is I like to film it all in the loft. And the obvious suggestion is to do it downstairs in effect, but yes, my hairdryer. John Warner, any more progress on the station roof? No, but the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice there is a back wall to the station now. That's coming out of plasticard. So one of the side projects currently is I've got another piece which I'm painting up on the diorama table, as I've dubbed it. Just trying to get the wall colours right before I go any further, I suppose. Only get one chance. James McCreedle, why so late time? Yeah, it's not that late to me, to be honest. I've only just finished work, and then I managed to watch David Jones live stream, and then thought I'd have a go myself. Thoughts on the Class 800? I do have one. I have the test livery, and one of the future projects. If I can bring myself to spend the money, Hornby are releasing a coach pack. It's about £180, so it's a bit dear. So it'll be interesting to see how much it is when it comes out. I want to get one and respray one. Now, I need some practice because it's a lot of money to spend if I've never done it before. So that'll be interesting. North, I like the GWR 800 yet. One does visit the layout every now and then. It's 2151 where I am. It's 2151 here, to be honest. Jason, hello, how are we doing? Owen, hello. Yes, the 37s really are nice. I'm going to do another video because I don't know if you heard me say earlier, I was sent a second one by a viewer. It's Kevin at Thornley Road TMD, and that one has it's not only a respray, but it's also got new noses and new lights. Although it's probably about £100 more expensive than the Batman model, it is more stereotypical. So that review will be an interesting one. Is it worth it? The trade-off for him, I suppose, is he's had it a year earlier than the actual Eurofenix came out. Gary, hello. Good to see you on this one. New junction, new trains. Hello. No, there's no heat in this loft, but as you'll have seen from the Wally videos, I'm well padded for this kind of weather. Real men, or just a fat bloke. You decide. Rural sound system, thank you very much. Danny, yes, I'm hairy as well. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Ooh. I'm in the middle of making my Christmas videos for Christmas week. So that should be fun. Just keep up with the comments. You should get Everard Junction round to insulate my loft for me. I would move the camera, but I'm scared to. But my loft is oddly huge, My layout is actually only in a small part of it, probably not even a quarter. Favourite livery has to be my Virgin Trains livery. What was the best part of your time at Worley, Stuart? Easily all the people. I mean, I go there. There's an almost an excitement to any show with the layouts, etc., to get new ideas, etc. But I was blown away by the amount of people who were involved, I suppose, through the online groups, etc. It was really nice to see, to be honest. Hold on, keeping up with your. What are the dimensions of my layout? I think they're about 19 by 11. I think either 19 by 11 or 17 by 11. I can never remember. It's DCC, this layout. David, sorry, I did see that. Obviously, myself and David are going back to Worley next year to host the show again. It was probably one of the most tiring things I've done in recent years, to be honest. We had full-on day. I mean, we were there from 6 in the morning till 9, 10 at night, and then I have a sort of 45-minute commute each way. Then I had to edit the video once I got home. I mean, David just spent his time in the hotel bar at Worley. But while I was working away, I was absolutely knackered. Yes, Jason, I think you just missed what's going to happen to those bolster wagons, so you have to stay tuned. I think that's Friday Cummings video. That'll be interesting. Napton Hill, hello. Napton Hill, for everyone who's interested, is actually where I borrow a lot of my locos from. So a little bit of intel for you. But no, going back to Worley, yeah, it was a really, really long day. A very nice insight into the industry as well, particularly from the outside. A lot of people are not what they seem on camera or in the media, digitally formed. In reality, they are very different people. No, the highlight for me was probably finally meeting Richard at Everard Junction. You all know who he is, but no, he was quite very nice, gave me a lot of his time, and I think we're doing a few more bits with him as well in the future, in the Worley Club. Excuse me, there's loads of you watching. I'm just scrolling back to see if I missed anything. Thomas the Dank Engine, any advice for newbies? I get asked that a lot, to be honest. I'd always say model what you want to model. Don't model for other people. Ultimately, it's your railway. I mean, for those of you who are just watching the Cottesmore live stream, his layout is a shelf. It's an 8 foot by 1 foot, and I think some of that is off-scene sidings. And it just shows what you can do. I mean, you don't necessarily need a massive loft to have a layout. You can literally keep it in as small a space as you want and still have, say, double O or even O gauge. Let's have a look. Danny Wooters, I met this guy at Worley, found out we bought stuff off each other. I'm hoping you mean train stuff, not just like dodgy stuff. Jason, you should never ask another man the length of his platform. Northview, see you later. Scrolling. So I'm just checking back up, see what I've missed. I've got a new system to check the comments. I've got obviously you're being recorded on my phone. I'm just seeing the station goodbye, and then in my hand I've got my iPad. I like transport. See you later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring my Flying Scotsman in. See if it wants to move. Would you ever get any EMUs? Not really, I don't really like them, to be honest. I'd love a Northern Rail Pacer, so if anyone sees one, I know there's one on eBay currently, but all the other Pacers I think are about 15 quid, 20 quid on eBay, and then the Northern Rail one's already at 100 quid. Where do I buy my track from? A shop. Easy one, that one. The bulk of it either comes in boxes from my local shop or Hatton's or... Just bring my Flying Scotsman and try not to derail as I go. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, here we go. There we go, I can concentrate again. Let's have a look. What's wrong with the EMUs? There's nothing wrong with them. I suppose they're very nice models, really, and nice locos. They're just, I suppose, when I was younger, my sort of fondest memories of railways was up north, and they don't really have them. It's HSTs, Class 91s, etc. Back in the old 90s. Is when my proper memories, and then being in the Midlands again, you get the 350s, but nothing really else. I like DMUs. How many separate circuits does your layout have? I've got 3 on the main layout. I've got my heritage line, which is what the Flying Scotsman's on, and then behind the scenes, behind the blue board, there's a 5-lane sort of bypass, as it were, which is where the rest of my long trains are stored. Yeah, absolutely. Loco choice is always personal preference. There's a lot of reasons why we buy the things we do. Yes, I did mention that actually. I've got a Black 5 as well as the Flying Scotsman, and the chuff chuff sound is identical. So when they're both running, it's very disheartening. Luckily, the whistle is different. Will I get a Class 55 with sound? Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I always try and buy my track new, for no other reason than it's clean and in good condition. If I was doing sort of off-scene things, maybe it's worth buying track second-hand or used. Colchester International, any plans to extend anywhere else in your loft? Not necessarily in the loft per se, although I do have 2019 plans, which are rather dramatic. I'm not ripping up anything as such, but when you see it, you'll be surprised. Got to keep ahead of the competition, as it were. Someone asked my opinion of an E-Link. I think I've never used one. I have seen people who used to use them, like I think Five Elms used to use one, and that was really good. David, you joke. Myself and Napton Hill are building an exhibition layout. More details on that next year. But don't worry, it's not competition for anyone, it's in a different gauge. I say we're building one. She is building an O-gauge exhibition layout, and I'm just tagging along because I'm a peasant who can't afford O-gauge. Joshua, City of Truro or Flying Scotsman first to 100? Personally, it's the Truro. What do you think? I'd imagine the Flying Scotsman's probably faster off the mark, but if you're talking in reality, I'm sure it was the City of Truro that was the first to 100. Am I going to wire up the station? How do you mean it is wired up? Am I missing out there? Half my lights are off because I've just not plugged them in. Am I running the Stobart diesel today? No, not on a live stream. I learnt the fun way never to run containers on a live stream, dearie me. Bim Moba TV, hello. Hello from Germany. Soon you'll have to pay to watch my streams. DJ Nanny, when's the next video coming out? As soon as it's finished. You may have missed, I showed you what the next video was going to be on. It's just taken me longer than I wanted. It is a proper project though. Very unlike me. Yes, David Jones, anyone in Europe has to pay to watch a UK video, Theresa May said. Sandwell, I do hope you'll be doing some scenic stuff. There's lots of scenic stuff coming along, I tell you. Yes, you can pay via my Patreon. Link's not in the description. Tony Doc, the signals I use for my main line, the automatic ones, they're Heathcote electronic signals. Josh Roper, how long did it take me to ballast, not including the heritage line? Probably a good week to do a half, because I did one half first and the other half second. The trick is just, I hate ballasting because it's too monotonous, but just get your head down and get it done. Am I still using the peak power feed joiners yet? Nothing's changed. The odd droppers. On the scenic side of the layout, I've got the soldered droppers, and then on the station side I'm using platform points. Yes, the infrared sensors, Tony. You just drill a hole in the track and literally the board that attaches to the signal attaches to the underside. Infrared signals, that is. Clean Team Southwest, what's the background in your station? I suppose if you mean the sort of grey stuff, the sort of brown stuff the HST's in front of, that's literally just plasticard in standard brick. I'm just going to paint it up and stick some billboards on it, which will lead me over to my Christmas competition coming soon, so you have to watch out for that. Jason, will the station feature a signal box? Probably not. I don't think I've got enough room for what's planned. Annoyingly, I've got one the opposite side, you see, so I don't want too many. If I could add more to your layout, what would I add? Well, I suppose more is coming. I don't want to give too much away, but because it's next year's content, top secret. Will it be a ready-made signal box or a scratch build? I'm not having one on the modern image. The one on the other side, of course, is the Hornby standard one. Thinking of going for the Train Tech sensors, Dudley Central? Yes, they're very good. I've seen a few of those. I was unsure because some of them have to sort of connect to the track, and trying to hide the sort of pins that go into the track seems interesting. I don't know if you can hide it. What do you think to the Train Tech station signs, the digital ones? I think they look really good, but touch dear, but they will look nice. Low relief signal box before the entrance, it could do. When you see what's planned or what's coming next, you'll understand why I've not gone for one. Stephen, I just did a live stream with Sandwell Junction. Richard, your stream is better and informative. Well, as a matter of opinion, yours is probably quite good. I couldn't watch because I'm doing this one. VHHO, yes, I am going to be building them on the modern image side, the station side of the layout you're looking at. I'm trying to scratch build everything because it's out of my comfort zone. I want to test myself really, and just sort of have a go in effect and see how I get on. Let's just see how we're getting on. So I'm checking my battery on my phone. My battery is still going down even though it's plugged in. What will you put where the bare ply is next to the platforms? And that will be covered with, I suppose, town scene that I'm going to presumably build. Have a look. Do I plan to add a station back scene under the canopies? I think you missed me say there is one. You can just about see it. It's been added in. I'm just currently painting it, or filming painting it. And being so cold, I'm waiting for it all to dry. Parex, yes, the Scotsman TTS. Is TTS, sorry, yeah. It's quite a nice one to be honest. I think you've got only sound locos tonight. My HST's Hornby Sound, that's Flying Scotsman's obviously TTS, and not stopping. And the obviously the Euro Phoenixes as well. Excuse me. Culture to yes, I'm putting off Cantinery. It's a bit of a ball ache, and I think it does get in the way of the layout, so I wanted to have all the sort of groundwork done first before I even attempt that. Not to mention it's a bit of an expense for, call it a protest for Hornby not doing a new one, a new 91. Although the Bachmann 90s coming out next year are look very interesting. North Joycey, thank you for tuning in. North, for example, was actually over today filming New Junction, so you'll have to check out his video when that goes up, so subscribe to his channel. Let's have a look, just checking my battery again, seeing how much I'm doing. Oh, I'm holding on to 4%. You won't have me for that long. It gets in the way of real life too, Richard. Which sorry David, I missed that. I brought a few lock sound locos and it spoiled everything out. You are right. Some sound chips are terrible, but then, to be fair, I don't think, I suppose, the brand of the sound file necessarily means it's best. I have, I think the Class 60 TTS chip's quite nice. Ooh. How much have I spent on my layout? Too much. Hence the new Patreon account. JNW, see you later. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yes, Cantinery does get in the way of real life. Danny, I think the big secret to this hobby is having a very forgiving other half. I think that's the key to all this. Hi Philip, how are we doing? Thank you, David. Don't forget to also check out behind the scenes on my Facebook page. You get to see what's going on a bit sooner than the videos. I'm alright, Danny. She's got a more expensive hobby than I have. The four-legged kind. Sandwell. Oh, waiting for the baseboards. I think that's the most painful bit. Fourth live stream tonight. I won't ask you to say which one was best. Danny's got it. Neons. Now you've actually touched on a very good point there. My Christmas competition for the back wall of my station, I'm actually going to be having billboards, and I thought, to be original, the prize for, or one of the prizes, will be a channel logo billboard, so someone can win space on New Junction station. So that could be quite interesting, but you've got to stay tuned for that. There'll be the usual Christmas Q&A, and we'll have a well, this is a bit of a Q&A, but I'll get you to submit your questions as before, and by submitting a question you get entered into the competition for free, and one of the prizes will be one of those billboard spaces. So whoever wins that by lucky dip will have their channel as an advert on the back of New Junction Central. So that could be quite fun. Jason, what is the most favourite and most hated loco livery? My favourite's got to be the Virgin livery. I've said that a million times, I think. Most hated, I don't know. That's quite a good question, really. I don't really hate any liveries, to be honest. I'll have to think about that one. Tony Dot, what do I think of the Jules Holland announcement? I know this is really odd, but when you see sort of American-y layouts in America, they're all massive. So I don't know why. I always find it unimpressive when I see another big American layout. If it was a sort of 100-foot long UK-based layout, I think it'd be fantastic. DJ Nanny, I love the new Freightliner livery. I don't mind Dutch liveries either, to be honest. I think that is the new Freightliner livery. Hi Andrew from Australia. What's it like upside down? Fred, my wife gave me a budget of £400. Good luck with that. Yes, there will be more canopy when it's done. I was trying to sort, because there are points at that corner. Dum, dum, dum. Stephen Hill, you don't use Facebook? No worries at all. It's not for everyone, but it's just an easy platform, especially with the various groups and things that there are. There's lots of layouts you may see on YouTube, all have their own pages, and you tend to get a bit of behind the scenes info long before it comes to video. Isaac, what's my favourite station? Currently it's got to be the big ones on the East Coast main line, sort of like York and Newcastle are quite good. Will I add a fueling point? No, I won't actually. No room for one. Danny, how many locos have I made DCC now? All of my locos are DCC. Alright, let me just have a quick time check. Battery check, sorry. You're on 2%. That's with me powered on as well. Yes, for those of you who are on Facebook, if you join the group Network YouTube, which David will put a link to in the description, I'm sure, we have a National Railway Museum meetup in the new year where you get to, same again, you get to meet some of your fellow YouTubers, and you don't have to necessarily have a YouTube channel to join in. And we'll go spend the day there. Of course, entry is free, you just have to get yourself there. Isaac, my charger is on, it just doesn't keep up with the internet on my phone, which is a shame. What is the main benefit of DCC? I suppose you've got things like the sounds. You can have multiple locos without having to worry about isolating things. Yeah, David's just put a link in to the description for the Facebook group, so if you want to come along to that National Railway Museum meetup, feel free to join up and come along. Opinions on the EWS livery? That's alright. Deltic Dan, hello. Pico 100 or 75 track? I use 100 just because it's easier. Depends what you want to do. I mean, I would go to 75, not necessarily because it's a finer scale, but purely for the concrete points. Richard have put a nought on the end, is that all? Put a nought on the end, then double it. Oh, I've just got to watch my battery here. I don't want you to cut out. I've not played Train Sim World, to be fair. JN Surf. All my locos currently running are sound, or that you can actually see are sound fitted. What I'll do for you, I'll stick my new Euro Phoenix on. You might not be able to hear it very well. What I'll do is I'll try and thrash past you. The new Euro Phoenix is a fantastic model, a solid model. Runs well, sounds good, etc. Details are fine. Touch pricey, but if it fits your layout, it's worth buying. It probably could be 50 quid less in reality, maybe 40 quid less, if we're being realistic. Here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this as it comes past. Oops. It's got a feature where it I'm meant to be able to stop the speed and then control the sounds, but it didn't work then. Cheers Mike, thanks for tuning in, see you in a bit. Alan, when do I start the yellow train? It doesn't move. It's sharing the same path as other trains. That's my, in effect, that's a passing loop. So while the HST and the other 37 is running, it doesn't move. Woodset Central, thanks for tuning in, see you in a bit. Hi Anthony. Redshed, I love the 6. I think my favourite exhibition at Worley was those, I think they were class 5-inch scale 37s. I thought they were absolutely stunning. Massive things. No layout, just literally just these locos with sound and smoke generators. I'm on 2%. The backyard, hello. David, no, it offers viewers the chance to support this channel. That's it. Sheringham, hello, how are we doing? Tony Duck, they blew my mind. I really wanted to sit on them. The backyard, not a fan of British trains, to be honest. No worries. I'm guessing you're not from the UK. Dogger Bend, hello. Do I have any 68s? Yes, I've got one. I think it's a Stute. And I've got the Trans-Pennine Express livery one that should come out in the next couple of weeks on pre-order. To be fair, Tony, I think they could probably drive me out of the hall. Right, guys, I'm on 1% on my phone, so I'm going to have to leave you there. We've been going just over 40 minutes. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sorry to cut it short on you, but my battery's going to cut me short either way, and I'm plugged in as well. 90 of you watching, thank you very much. As ever, more videos coming. There's lots of Christmas videos due and some big projects coming, and they're just taking a bit more time. What I'm going to do is just quickly show you what I've been working on. Hold on. Run and grab it. So the bolster train that my Europhoenix is pulling around, I'm actually turning them into salmons, which are track carrying wagons. They are current, and this is my first attempt, my demo one, and they've been completely transformed. It's nearly finished. That's 90% finished, that is, and that's what they're being turned into. So I'm going to end the stream here before I get cut off, and I'll see you soon, I hope. Thanks guys, take care now, bye.